Hi guys, my name is Johannes Mansbart, one of the founders of chatarmin.
Testimonial!
I work with Notus on my personal brand that has over 24k followers and over 150k impressions a week. So I wouldn't trust anyone else. English with a fantastic team.
That's really the lesson. There's going to be good weeks, there's going to be bad weeks, but there's not going to be a week where we miss our input goal.
That's what my day-to-day looks like. I love it. I'm obsessed. I spend about 12 hours every day at this desk, and I don't want to do anything else.
What's up, my friends? About to hop into a content call with my content strategist Bari today. These are our weekly sessions where I ask the personal branding client, answer his questions, share updates about the business. All of that input we then turn into LinkedIn posts. In case you don't know what we do, I run Notus. Notus is a personal branding agency, and we do what I'm doing for myself for our clients. So we host content calls, we help them run their personal brand operation from their positioning and strategy to their content engine to even generating pipeline through signal-based sales. That's the entire go-to-market playbook. We call it people-led marketing that we execute for our clients. And this session right now that I'm jumping in is part of the content engine process, these weekly content calls, where I do the same process, but for myself. So,
Ich hätte irgendwas für dich übrig. Sei nicht sauer, kriegst du keine Antwort. Wie du dich aufregst, irgendwie niedlich. Nein, ich schreib mich zurück auf deinen Text, weil das ist bei mir leider so üblich.
Just testing Notus OS, in particular the Done For You workspace, which is just the platform that our content strategists will be working on in the future. It replaces Notion, it replaces Caude for the most part. It replaces Google Docs, and Luca Stoba, our developer, he built it, and it's in the final stages of just giving it the final touches before we roll it out to the first couple of clients. Tomorrow and on Friday I'm going to sit down with two of our content strategists, and they will just migrate their clients, or one of their clients each, from Notion, which is where most of the content operations are, to Notus OS, and I'll just watch them and see if any bugs come up. And yeah, that's what I've been doing the past 3 days. You can look, check my calendar. So very fun. It's gonna be good.
good luck. And so this is now, I really liked how you ran the call, how you dug deeper, and how you made me feel like, okay, it's fine. Like, just share what you got, ramble a bit, and keep moving. Yes, sir. And the more you also, of course, know what input you need for the finished post, like what numbers do you need, what references, with the rough post that you already mined, which I think you have. That's then the magic to not only having a good conversation, but actually collecting the input required to generate good posts. So that's the art of a content strategist. GG, my bro. And I'm gonna hop into the Done With You weekly now. Cheers.
You were always out so late, messing with another man. He was always knocking at your door.
I had a great conversation a couple minutes back with a guy who had built, he was in executive search and did that for a decade. And then with that, he was able to make great connections all around Latin America. He created a community, a private community for C-levels. He reached out because he had one of those executives yesterday reaching out to him being like, hey, I need someone supporting me with my LinkedIn presence, and he thought of us. So now we had the first discussion. He seems like a legit guy, the community seems legit, can be very fruitful. Yeah, let's see. Great company.
Wieder, Mann.
Ich musste ihn kurz gewinnen lassen. Ich weiß, er hat jetzt einen Call.
Vicky, wie beobachtest du die Rivalität zwischen Selim und mir? Wer glaubst du hat so die mehr Wins? Ich habe gewonnen jetzt gerade.
Ich habe das Gefühl, dass ich
Vicky, sag einmal. Alles gut, Leute, ihr wisst. Ich würde sagen, fairerweise, Marvin hat wahrscheinlich öfter gewonnen. All in all.
Wahrscheinlich öfter gewonnen.
All in all hat er wahrscheinlich schon öfter gewonnen. So ist wahrscheinlich die Ratio.
Digga, ich habe legit
Hast du nicht einen Call?
mehr als 90% der Spiele die letzten 4 Wochen gewonnen. Swiss-German call with Sam, founder of Stew, good friend. We've been helping him build his personal brand and tap into the infinite game of content. He's built a successful business before and now he's doing it again, and he's documenting the journey of figuring those things out and how he tackles a lot of different challenges with the mission of bringing financial literacy to families. So, I mean, if you're Swiss, you'd know Stew card. I had a Stew card when I was younger. He's building a new product and he's going to document that process, and I'm excited for him and excited to see how it goes.
Does the length of our vlogs has an effect on the performance?
I don't know. The last 2 videos were around 30 minutes, did very well. 55. I think for a segment of the audience, I think if they're longer than 30, 40 minutes, it is too much. And then it also depends what value you get from the videos. Is it inspiration? Is it something to play in the background while you're doing your own thing? Is it specific insights you're looking for? Which I would love to actually hear from you guys. Like, what do you like about these videos in terms of preferred length, preferred structure and content? And of course, for me, selfishly speaking, it's just the documentation of things and being transparent about the process, inspiring my younger self, and hopefully sharing some learnings along the way. For me, the key message was just like, you know, you have 2 back-to-back very good vlogs. We keep pushing these input goals, and now we have this underperforming vlog. It's like, you know, it's a bit of a downer, and then I see 3 dislikes, much more than others, and I'm like, should I just put it private? And like, no. We leave it out there. And we actually close this tab again now. And we focus on the next video in my pipeline. If it comes inbound.
What we spoke here in the morning on the table, right?
Yeah, actually a sales learning inspired by Vicky. It's again, the way we generate demos and leads for our agency is mostly through warm outbound or direct inbound, layered on top of the content I publish on LinkedIn. So I post 6 times per week on LinkedIn. I, through that, attract sometimes potential buyers or people that want to work with us. They book a call on our website, that's inbound. And then, say 60% of our leads or demos booked, sales calls booked, come through appointments that we set in the DMs, based on people that engage with us in some shape or form, whether they visit my profile, like a post, or connect with me or follow me. Those are what we call ICP signals. We track those signals and then we send them DMs, we start conversations, and we book calls that way. And now there's a third method that is showing a lot of potential, which is warm introductions. And so Vicky, who is a former client of ours, a very good friend, she started doing warm outreach or warm introductions for us, which means she identified people in her network that could be a good fit for our agency, for Notus, and she sends them a message and tells them, you should talk to the guys from Notus. And I think now she already booked 4 or 5 calls in the last week. So it works. And I also know from other founders that I talk to, Jesse Pucci talks about it. He made a whole course around it of leveraging warm introductions to book sales calls. And so something to tap into further, I would say.
I covered her body with seeds. I'm copping the drip overseas. I like when she get on her knees. I'm rocking these V-long jeans. I need me a fat ass to squeeze.
Got a little run in, some pull-ups, and now dinner and only one episode of
Drive to Survive. Max Radman.
Hi guys, my name is Johannes, one of the founders of chatarmin.
Testimonial!
I work with Notus on my personal brand that has over 24k followers and over 150k impressions a week on LinkedIn, 18th of March 2026. And I'm very thankful for the system Marvin and his team built, for the dedication Max Dixon and Max Radman put into my account,
Dex
for the
Mixon.
inspiration of building an in-house content engine which we used to build up after our shared intense collaboration with Notus when they were owning my account fully on a done-for-you base. So I wouldn't trust anyone else on any LinkedIn terms apart from Notus in the DACH region at least. Growing brands internationally in German or in English with a fantastic team of young, entrepreneurial-minded, smart guns who really know more about the LinkedIn algo and content game than anyone else in the world. So all the best from Vienna and goodbye.
B für Wien. Danke Johannes.
B für Wien, C für chatarmin.
C für chatarmin.
Yeah.
Double C, Digga.
That's what she said.
Digga.
If I pop another Tesla pill, I'm the car sick. I put out the ladder and got my roof, thought I lost it. Lately, no hate been come my way, think I dodged it.
So you gotta take action, gotta execute, and gotta learn from actions. Young Marvin was very wise. It's so funny, like finally tapping into the video journals, because we have been documenting this shit since day one. Yeah, Matt, we finally took some time to just organize all of the video journals that I've been filming since 2018. So before even going on to like the road trip in the US, like when I just started the Instagram crypto page, started to do drop shipping, dilemma between university or not, taking a gap here in the US, meeting people, doing like free consulting, crying and feeling lost in the garage of my cousin in California, going through the Sam Ovens mindset week, to then deciding to move to New York, first version of the agency, splitting up with Calvin, moving to Berlin, to join another company, leaving the company, restarting Notus, and literally there's videos that document every single step of the journey. So now that we're actually tapping into this, it's going to be sick for content, but it's also making me a bit nostalgic, and it's ironic because, man, I like the shit that I'm doing, and I've been doing it for the past few years. I'm really putting myself right now in, like, for example, the shoes of Marvin, who was visiting Calvin in New York in the spring of 2019 and just telling him, bro, just give me any project, anything to work on. I want to do something with social media. It seemed like this unattainable world, and I just wanted to get into it. And now, bro, I got this fucking Instagram pipeline in front of me, and like fucking finances to do, and like mastermind to prep, reviewing these reels that are throwbacks from that time, and it's mad. Yeah, just blessed to be playing the game. Puts all the problems that I have at the moment into different perspective, and also makes me want to step it up just to keep on proving to younger Marvin that we are making exactly the moves that we wanted to, and we are staying patient. Today I'm gonna prepare for a workshop, a coaching session with Stu. I have a sales call, recruiting call as well later in the afternoon, a call with an existing client to talk about how we could help them beyond the initial project, work on the workshop that I'm going to present on the mastermind, and then I think the first guest is arriving today already, so meet up with him, maybe have a good dinner, and then there's plenty of smaller things on Slack and email that I'll work through out today. I also just did this 5-minute and what is it called? Energy breath work. Yeah, 5-minute energy breath work. I've been doing this every day. It's great. I would highly recommend. It's this one here. Hey. Kasper showed me this. It's only 5 minutes, but it's a very nice activation.
Sick.
Gets your body tingling.
Early sales call for you?
Early sales call, yeah. It was with a prospect I talked to a year back. He has like more than 20 years of experience in the financial sector. Now he works for a publicly traded company, and now he's ready for the takeover. And it was a great conversation. I want to look when I'm 50. Super sharp guy, and also very friendly. We have a great vibe. It was a great start to the morning. How about you, Tim?
Did some stretching with Vicky and Max.
And Mia.
And Mia.
Yeah.
Pliability.
Quick update from my end. It is 11 a.m. I have a meeting in 15 minutes, but I wanted to give you guys a little insight into what we're building and how we're building. The main project that I'm working on right now is migrating our entire content operations from what was previously split across Notion, Claude, Google Docs, like Google Drive, to our own platform. Why are we doing this? Because we want to enable content strategists to deliver their best work or better quality work while spending less time on each task. Essentially building a closed loop system, kind of like a second brain that over time evolves into an AI content strategist and can deliver the work that our content strategists deliver at the same or better level of quality. I'm the one creating this because of two things. On the one hand, I've been working inside of our processes, our systems, our operations for 2 years and have improved them over time myself. And I know the bottlenecks and I know what the problems are. I know where the limitations are of using the tools that we've used so far. That's reason number one. I know I don't only know the tools and systems, but I also know the subject matter, right? Like I spent months just studying like how to write a LinkedIn hook, for example. I've written hundreds, maybe thousands of posts. I've done dozens of content calls with clients. I've done the entire value creation chain from start to finish. So that is the reason one. I know this stuff pretty well by now. I'm nowhere near perfect, but I think I have a good foundation. And the second reason is that I just like working with tech and I'm fascinated by product. This kind of obsession came up more recently. I was never the guy who, coded or anything. I've never written a line of code. I can't really read code, but especially since coding tools like agentic engineering tools came out like Cloud Code and even Lovable, I've just been fascinated because it's the coolest thing to me to be able to build software, to build product, and also integrate AI into it and basically build just your own employees, if you will. I think it's also very ambitious because we're competing against people who actually have a team of developers who are traditional developers who can actually read and write code. And if in our team it's only me and our developer Luca, who is 17, he's still in school, but he's amazing. He's very fast. He's very smart. Just the two of us, we've been building product ourselves. That's the setup for now, and we'll hopefully get another developer on board soon, maybe one that has a more traditional background. But other than that, my prediction is that coding tools, just the foundational models, will get so much better so quickly that we can do a lot more than we are doing now at higher quality with around the same team, with like a team of less than 5 developers, maybe even like 3. That's it. That's my wrap. That's what my day-to-day looks like. I love it. I'm obsessed. I spend about 12 hours every day at this desk. And I don't want to do anything else.
My name is Vicktoria. I'm the co-founder of W3 Group and I'm currently here at the Notus Villa. Initially, it was planned to be here for like a week or so because I signed up for the Lisbon half marathon. But Selim and Marvin are my friends, and we somehow figured that, I can support them with a couple of things and I can stay longer, and then we just see where it goes. I have a bit of more free time now that I'm not operationally that involved in my work anymore, so I don't know. They need help with a mastermind, I can help. They need help with some intros to people who would definitely need a bit more visibility on LinkedIn, I can help. I guess I have a good network. Right now I'm eating breakfast. I'm watching a documentary about deepfakes. And afterwards I'll get back to work because mastermind is starting tomorrow. And a couple of organizational things still need to be discussed, but I learned that in the past couple of years, so I think I'm quite good in that.
Just had a very good sales call, which was right after my coaching call with Stu, which went great. All of the employees of our coaching clients are posting actively on LinkedIn using our tool, Notus OS. That's great to see. They're all now active, all posting every week. And today we went through community management. So just best practices on how to reply to comments, how to create a custom feed on LinkedIn so that you can filter for only people that are relevant to you and then engage with their content. And also just, how to send connection requests on LinkedIn. It's very simple, but just establishing a workflow either manually or using a tool like HeyReach to automate that network expansion process to just get more of your ideal customers into your network. And we also roasted some of their content live. So that was good. Booked the next call, and the next call with them will be all about signal-based sales. So now that you're posting content regularly and you're doing community management, you want to now track all of the people that engage with your profile and your content. And then you want to be able to filter for who is within your ICP, your ideal customer profile, to then activate a setter motion where an appointment setter or you yourself send DMs to those people to ultimately get them to book a call. So that's what we're going to cover in the next session. And then right after the coaching call, I had a sales call with an old friend of mine who has scaled his company to over 90 employees, 90, and is absolutely crushing it. And he's been posting sporadically on LinkedIn a bit just as a visibility play and to announce their fundraising a couple of years ago. But he never really used it consistently, partly also because his ICP, which was mostly small businesses, they're not necessarily very active on LinkedIn. But now they're moving more mid-market. They're all on LinkedIn. And so I walked him through the actual playbook that I see could be absolutely insane for him if he did it properly, starting with his founder profile on LinkedIn to start posting good content there regularly, because he posts like once every 2 months and he always gets good engagement. And they have a ton of lead magnets. They have a very cool category that they operate in. Their ideal customer profile spends time on LinkedIn. They have a sales team of 30 employees, some of which could actually do outbound through DMs. So checks all the boxes, has amazing case studies, over 10,000 customers globally. So for us, that's a dream case to actually be able to deliver amazing results and to help them get to the next level through now people-led marketing, starting with him as the founder CEO, but even potentially expanding this to more employees. Now eating some acai, one more recruiting call, and then I don't know what we'll do. Some stuff to prep for the weekend still. Dinner with Turan and Selim and hopefully also Vicky. I don't know if any workout was on the radar too, but perhaps that would be too much.
Morning, I think.
Rather tired. We had a nice dinner with Turan, who arrived for the mastermind, which starts tomorrow. We have first workshop in the afternoon planned tomorrow. And then really the big days on Saturday. Gonna be fun. We have a bunch of cool people coming in and just gonna focus on living the content life together. So producing content, hosting workshops, sharing our knowledge and exchanging knowledge, because there's a lot to learn from all the others here. Turan already was an absolute joy to hang out with. Mastermind weekend starting tomorrow. We're gonna hit the gym tomorrow morning and wrapped up the day quite nicely. We have some sales momentum, Pipeline is filling up. We started the week with a little MRR dip from client's journey. And, that's with our business different from a lot of maybe online gurus or coaches out there who sell upfront. They like to call it PIF, right? Paid in full. And they mostly, when they talk about the revenue numbers, talk about either cash collected or just contract size. But when we talk about MRR, talk about subscription revenue from repeat customers that commit to paying retainers. And so when I say MRR dipped or increased, that means that somebody canceled their subscription, if you will. We usually start projects with an initial sprint where we implement our system and build the foundation, and then from there about 80+% of the clients continue on an ongoing basis. And so all that to say, we stuck to what we can control, which is more and better content, more and better outreach, good sales calls, and delivering a good service. And somehow we just regained momentum quite fast. We closed 2 deals, we got 3 verbal confirmations, sent out 2 quotes, and have a bunch of sales calls coming up next week. And I mean, that's the game, right? Ups and downs, but it's been I would say productive week. We make good progress, and I'm just excited for what's to come. One of those big questions right now, top of mind, is some apartment decisions and where I'll have my base. And I got an opportunity to get a pretty sick apartment in Zurich out of nowhere. And so that's something that I will reflect on and decide on quite soon, because it's been more of a nomadic lifestyle the last 10 to 12 months. And I see value in being with a team. There's always going to be a lot of traveling, but maybe it also would be good to be in one place and have one clear base and just a clean routine. Maybe that is actually something that could make me more effective, and then I can travel from there. We'll see. Anyway, we regained momentum this week. It was good. Tomorrow mastermind. Now some good sleep. Gym tomorrow morning. Rinse and repeat. Thank you so much for watching. I'm rooting for you. We're all gonna make it, and we're gonna take it day by day, baby. Let's go.
Son las 3 de la mañana y sigues aquí dando vuelta en mi cabeza. No te vas de mí, cambio de canción, pero suena tu voz. En cada silencio te escucho mejor. Salgo para olvidar.